James Wessex sets hearts racing as girls in neighbouring schools fight for his affection. Express.co.uk has reported that James Wessex is proving to be somewhat popular among the female students attending schools in the surrounding area. According to a reliable source, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's son, who is 16 years old and attends Radley College in Abingdon, has piqued the interest of young ladies who are students at Downe House, Heathfield, and St Mary's School in Ascot, which are located in close proximity to the college. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. According to The Insider, Radley and Ascot are having quite a thing going on, and the females there are planning to have a competition to see who can bag James first. Since Lady Louise used to be a regular at Ascot, a few of the females are already familiar with him. Despite the fact that he has not yet begun dating, the girls have taken notice of how attractive he has become, and they are all striving for him as their potential partner. Because some of the girls from Downe House and Heathfield have also made it obvious that they are also hunting the award, Ascot is facing some competition from those two schools as well. The girls from all of the schools have started asking each other if they have started dating him yet, and it has become a bit of a joke among them, said the person. It was just last week when the Earl of Wessex was given his results for his GCSE. Reportedly, Prince Edward and Sophie's youngest child received his results on the Balmoral estate, where he is presently residing with the rest of the royal family. This includes his parents and his sister, Lady Louise, as well as the King and Queen, as well as the Prince and Princess of Wales. Due to the fact that James is concentrating on his future, he has been kept almost entirely out of the public eye. He was last seen in public in May, when he went to the Prince Windsor horse show at Windsor Castle. This was the last time the prince was seen in public. Lady Louise Windsor, James's sister, has been reportedly developing a strong relationship with Felix de Silverclamp, who is both a close confidant and a friend. This information was recently disclosed. Lady Louise, who is 20 years old, was photographed cuddling up to Felix, who is also 20 years old, while she was competing in a unique competition at the Sandringham Horse Driving Trials in Norfolk in the month of July. The duo is believed to be nearly inseparable according to the images that have lately appeared on social media. The images show the couple touching each other when they are at a party. It has just come to light that the King's niece is reportedly dating Felix, who is currently attending school in St Andrews and working at an ice cream parlour. When it comes to his academic future, the Earl of Wessex is getting ready to get some news that will completely alter his life. It is expected that James, the youngest child of the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, will reach a significant milestone when he receives his GCSE results, much like a great number of other children across the nation. At Balmoral, where he is currently staying with the rest of the royal family, including his parents and his sister, as well as the King and Queen of England and the Prince and Princess of Wales, it is believed that the youth, who is 16 years old, will most likely be informed of the news. Due to the fact that James is concentrating on his future, he has been kept almost entirely out of the public eye. He was last seen in public in May, when he went to the Prince Windsor horse show at Windsor Castle. This was the last time the prince was seen in public. On Thursday, however, it is quite improbable that the public will learn about the results of the Earl, just as it did not learn about the results of his older sister, Lady Louise Windsor, 4 years earlier. The topic was considered to be of a personal nature by Buckingham Palace at the time, but, in a rare comment, her mother, Duchess Sophie, stated to The Times, "She is working hard and will do A-levels. I really hope that she enrolls in college. I wouldn't try to coerce her, but she is free to do so if she so chooses. It is quite a brilliant woman." After that, Lady Louise continued her education by doing her A-levels in the subjects of English, history, politics, and drama. However, despite the fact that her grades were not disclosed to the public, She is currently pursuing a degree in English at St Andrews, where the standard admittance criteria are AAA. Not only is it unknown what topics her brother James, who does not currently hold any royal titles, will choose for his A-levels, but it is also unknown whether he has any institutions of higher education in mind. Earlier this year, royal specialist Jenny Bond gave an interview to OK, in which she disclosed the following information regarding the future of the royal family. James is currently preparing for the first major test of his school life, his GCSEs. Despite the fact that it is highly improbable that his findings would be made public, he is going through a difficult moment, much like the majority of 16-year-olds. That is consistent with the remainder of his upbringing, in which his parents have made a concerted effort to provide James with an upbringing that is as normal as possible, taking into consideration his historical background. In general, they have been successful in their endeavours. James, the Earl of Wessex, is getting ready to get some extremely crucial news regarding his future in only 3 days, despite the fact that the rest of the royal family may be enjoying the rest of their summer vacation. On Thursday, August 22nd, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's youngest child will receive the results of his General Certificate of Secondary Education, GCSE, examinations. As far as is known, the 16-year-old will most likely be informed of the news at Balmoral, where he is currently residing with the other members of the royal family, which includes his parents, the King and Queen, and the Prince and Princess of Wales. The news will play a vital part in the following steps that the Earl of Windsor will take with regard to his academic future, despite the fact that it is highly improbable that the general public will learn about the Earl's findings, unlike his older sister, Lady Louise Windsor. 4 years ago, Buckingham Palace chose not to release the results of Lady Louise's examination because they were considered to be personal. On the other hand, her mother, the Duchess of Edinburgh, made a rare statement to the Times, saying, "She is working hard and will attempt to complete her A-levels. I really hope that she enrolls in college. I wouldn't try to coerce her, but she is free to do so if she so chooses. It is quite a brilliant woman." Since that time, Lady Louise has continued her education by pursuing her A-levels in the subjects of English, history, politics, and drama. However, despite the fact that her grades were not disclosed to the public, she is currently pursuing a degree in English at St Andrews, where the standard admittance criteria are AAA. In the meantime, it is not known what subjects her brother, James, will select for his advanced level examinations or whether he has any higher education institutions in mind for himself. In spite of the fact that the Earl received his title from his father when the latter were elevated to the position of Duke of Edinburgh, the Earl does not own any HRH titles and it is highly doubtful that he will ever be allowed to perform any royal duties. In an interview with The Times, Duchess Sophie discussed the fact that her children do not yet hold any royal titles. She stated, "We try to bring them up with the awareness that they are very likely going to have to work for a living. Because of this, we came to the conclusion that we should not employ HRH titles. They have them and can elect to use them beginning at the age of 18, but I think it's quite improbable that they will do so." Despite the fact that his older sister, Lady Louise Windsor, made a most welcome appearance at today's distinguished event to celebrate the King's formal birthday, James, Earl of Wessex was noticeably absent from the Trooping the Colour 2024 event. Instead of attending the King's birthday parade, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh were accompanied by their daughter, who is 20 years old. The parade culminated with an appearance on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, where they watched the Royal Air Force fly over. There is a high probability that James, who is 16 years old and is presently attending school in Surrey, was unable to come to central London because of his hectic schedule, in addition to the fact that he was preparing for end-of-year examinations. The last time the Earl of Cornwall went to Trooping the Colour was in 2022, which was the year that the late Queen Elizabeth II celebrated what turned out to be her last birthday parade. This event took place just 3 months before she passed away in September. A supporter turned to Twitter to express their displeasure over James's absence, writing, "It is wonderful to see the family together." On the other hand, James, Earl of Wessex, is missing. Another individual stated, had he been present, he would have been able to join his family in the carriage and on the balcony with them. The adolescent son of Prince Edward, James, Earl of Wessex, is currently in a highly significant period of his school career, which is the process of studying for his advanced levels. In March of 2023, when Edward was elevated to the position of Duke of Edinburgh, the 16-year-old was given the title of Earl of Wessex, which had previously been held by his